Mate, have you seen the latest thing in the saga that's surrounding the Somali population in the United States, specifically Minnesota, and all around Ilhan Omar and Tim Waltz? Have you seen the latest in the story?
No, I I know people are all of a sudden suddenly really proud of the amount of Somalians that are in the States. Some left wingers for whatever reason, even though they do nothing, but all right. That's the latest really that I heard. That's kind of it.
How can you be proud of that?
You want to enter that meme, don't you? Look at me. I am American now.
Yeah. The only way you could possibly be proud of that, unless you're a Somali yourself, is if you just really genuinely did want your country to become a third world shithole, low trust, high crime, endless corruption and fraud, endless rapes and murders. Unless you wanted basically the destruction of your own country, how could you possibly be proud of it? Yeah. The fucking light bulb head.
Look at me. I am the American now. Right, anyway, sorry. What's this then?
Right, yeah, so yeah, there's been giant fraud going on in Minnesota.
No.
Oh,
whoa. What? Somalians committing fraud? No.
Bit of a shocker, I know.
I don't believe it, though. You need to substantiate these claims.
Who could have seen it coming, right? Who could have guessed? Oh, and let's be clear, they're not just claims. It's not just rumours.
Oh.
No, people have been convicted. Multiple people have been convicted. It's sort of definitely a matter of record, right? Not just a slur.
Oh, brilliant.
Right? Multiple people have been already prosecuted and sentenced. The reason why it's in the news now is that it becomes more and more possible, shall we say, that Ilhan Omar herself, personally, or Tim Waltz himself, was either in on it or at least aware.
Oh.
And was actively not doing anything about it. Either way, Ms. Omar has been on the news in America, talking about it and being a smug bitch about it.
Brilliant.
So the story is that yeah, in the Somali community, I think there's only something in the order of 100,000 plus Somalis in Minnesota, a population of 5 or 6 million odd. These are rough numbers, but you get the idea. So 100,000 Somalis in a population of 5 or 6 million. You might think, well, that's not that many, is it? Right? If you had 100,000 Irishmen in a city in England of 6 million, wouldn't be a problem, and it probably wouldn't, right? You know, there's 100,000 Germans in a French city in the Alsace region, no problem. But when you put Somalis in a high trust society where there's high welfare, it's a problem, because they just take the piss absolutely as hard as possible and completely unapologetically. So what they did is just rinse the welfare system for everything it's worth to an absurd degree, truly absurd degree. So in that article, I think they mentioned just one of the programs, the welfare programs that was giving kids, supposed to be helping out kids with meals, families that are in poverty, and you know.
Okay, that's nice. That's good.
Yeah. Oh, in principle, the idea of it is wonderful, isn't it? There are actually families that live in penury, and their children are going hungry. And if the state can afford to make sure they don't go hungry, they do. Like, in principle, wonderful. And I'm no red, right? I'm against the welfare state, like to 98%. To 98%, I'm against it. But nonetheless, if there's truly children going hungry through no fault of their own and no fault of their parents' own, and the state can afford to feed it. So, okay, so the Somalis absolutely rinsed the shit out of it, took it for something like $250 million. Yeah.
You fucking what?
Yeah, how is that possible? Yeah, how is that possible? Yeah. Well, how it's possible is something like this. One person saying they're going to run a program, and they say, we've got 7,000 kids here. We need 3 square meals a day for them every single day without fail. 7,000. Let that run for a few years. And that's just one example. Imagine multiple examples of that.
Jesus.
Suddenly, $250 million of Minnesotans' tax dollars find their way into the pockets of some Somali pieces of shit who largely send it home as remittances back to Somalia. Mostly, I mean, they spend a bit on themselves, buy a big house for themselves, whatever, but a lot of it ends up back in Somalia, which may or may not then end up in the pockets of Al Qaeda affiliates, Al Shabaab, actual murderous terrorists.
Oh, brilliant!
And that's just one program. There's other programs like a daycare thing, right, where parents have to work, so they have to leave their kids in some daycare thing, and the state goes, yeah, we'll pay for that. And these Somalis go, well, I've got hundreds of kids here, I've got thousands of kids here, we need to, and they're just making it up. They're just their own friends and family. We'll say they go to their own friends and family, their own tribe, their own in-group, and say, can we put your kid's name on this list? And they're like, yeah, sure. And it's all a scam. It's all just a giant scam. Another 50 million there, whatever it was, 40 million, 70 million, God knows, silly numbers. It's to the tune of, some are saying, over the last few years, this is somewhere in the tune of $1 billion.
What?
All in all. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just from Minnesota?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah,
deport them all.
Believe it. You can't quite believe
Denaturalize and deport them all.
Deport them all. They are a drain on your society, on our society. I'd love to deport every last Somali in Britain. Love it. Oh, you haven't done anything wrong? Don't care. Go home.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Off you go. Go on. Ta-da now. Yeah, something like $1 billion. Bearing in mind the GDP of all of Somalia is only something like 1.5 billion a year. So they've absolutely rinsed the shit out of it. Now, lots of people, a fair few people, I think it's a few dozen, or 80 odd people, or maybe 100 odd people, something in that ballpark, have actually been prosecuted for all these things and got prison sentences, usually relatively small prison sentences, in my opinion. You get 4 years here, 3 years there, that sort of thing. Right. Fact is, it'll be the vast majority of that community are in on it. It's not just a small number of people. That's often the way it is. Small number of people actually go down. A lot of people get away with it. But okay, all right. Anyway, now, though, did Ilhan Omar know about it? Did she profit from it? Has she lied by omission at the very least? Well, that's the things that are coming up now. She's asked about it on news, on the American news just the other day, and she was basically laughing. She's basically laughing about it. In fact, her angle was, well, if the FBI have done their job properly, none of this would have happened.
What? That's not.
Yeah.
That's not a response.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, what a mental angle to take on it.
If there was a linkage in the money that they have stolen going to terrorism, then that is a failure of the FBI and our court system in not figuring that out.
What a cunt. Really? You're going with that? You're going with that it's the FBI's fault?
You know what that is, don't you? Don't hate the player, hate the game. That's what that is. She's literally saying. Literally saying, don't hate the player, hate the game.
Yeah.
Cunt.
Yeah. It's like saying, we're foxes in a chicken coop. Yeah, we're going to kill all the chickens. We can only eat one or two, but we're going to kill them all because that's in our nature. We're a fox. That's how that works. So blame the guy that built the fence, blame the farmer for not protecting his chickens better because
That's mad.
we are what we are.
That's mad, isn't it?
What a bitch. What a bitch. And she's even saying it with a little bit of a smirk on her face as well. Like,
why is she still there? Surely, why has she not been denaturalized and sent home?
I don't know.
Like, when you become an American citizen, you have to pledge your allegiance to America.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
yeah.
Her allegiances are to Somalia. So at that point, she's not an American. From a constitutional perspective, like the legality element, right? She's not. So just denaturalize her. Bin her off. She's broken her part of the agreement that you enter into when you become an American citizen.
So that seems reasonable to me. I mean, I would be so hardline in Bo's Britain or in Bo's America. I would be draconian. I would be 18th century draconian with this shit. Really. Yeah, she gets, someone like Ilhan Omar gets unceremoniously stripped of her citizenship and very roughly thrown onto an aeroplane. Direct flight. Straight home. No questions asked. Yeah, I mean, and Tim Waltz, the governor, there's questions because it went on for years, like all under the Biden administration times and stuff. A lot of people are saying now, like, how could he not have known? Or, in fact, there is some sort of evidence, at least circumstantial evidence, that he sort of must have known, and just let it happen.
Brilliant.
Because they're one of the Democrats' client groups, right? They're there to vote Democrat. So let them get away with stealing $1 billion then of taxpayer money. I mean, that's quite a lot to pay for each vote, despite the insanity of it. If you put the actual insanity of the whole thing aside, just the amount of money per vote that bought, was that worth it? Of course not. Gross. Well, there's a second article there, I think we had lined up. Yeah, there you go. So, I mean, maybe listen to this dude play this video. It's only like 3 minutes, and we only really need to listen to like the first minute or so. It might be worth just listening to a dude.
Don't know if this might get blocked, but we'll see. We'll try.
Okay. Well, we don't. It's not the end of the world if we don't listen to it, but it's just a guy laying it out. Just the facts.
Oh, my bad. Boomer moment. I was definitely not playing that in the background by myself.
Under the Walz administration, we have seen more than $1 billion in Minnesota tax dollars go to criminals through human services fraud. And it's not isolated to a single program. We've seen it across multiple programs, multiple state agencies, where Governor Walz has allowed criminals to come and steal Minnesotans' tax dollars. Minnesotans are outraged that more than $1 billion of their hard-earned money has gone to fraudsters, especially when we saw state government spending increase by nearly 40% in one budget cycle under the Democrats' control. They're having a hard time affording the basics in their life. Well, their tax dollars are going to buy luxury vehicles for criminals and real estate in Kenya. They're outraged and they are demanding action. I think it's clear that there is.
Okay, you stop playing it. But you get the idea, yeah. Like one of them from Somalia with the money, I think it was a she, I might be wrong, she embezzled, stole, didn't buy a house in Somalia, she bought a house in Kenya. Because Somalia is too shit. Yeah, Somalia is too shit, even for a Somalian. So, yeah, I mean, and the idea that some of it, or perhaps a lot of it, has ended up in the pockets of real terrorists, Al-Shabaab, basically. It's a scandal. It's a terrible, terrible scandal.
Yeah, it's awful. It's awful. America really needs to get a handle on its immigrants because, you know, if you come to America and you pledge your allegiance to the, to the flag and you become an American citizen, you can't also simultaneously bang on about how amazing your home country is, because you wouldn't have become an American otherwise. Americans have to get a handle on this shit, because you're gonna be subverted from within. There will be no republic left. This is a joke. This is a clown show. She'll be like, no Somali should be in America. No Somalians should be in America. Why are you there? Go away. No Somalians should be in the UK.
Yeah.
Go away. Like, statistics speak for themselves. They're always on welfare. Like, we know that. We know that from our statistics. We know it from your statistics in America. We've got enough data here to know that this group of people are not productive. They do not become members of society because they don't come from a society. They need to be expelled back to their lands so they can make their country good, or it will just continue being what it is. I don't care. I'm not interested. This is garbage. We shouldn't be dealing with this crap.
Somalia, one of the worst places on earth.